Drum roll, please. Hey, there you go. Hey, everybody, how you doing? I'm Rusty Nelson, and welcome. I'm down here in the Villages, Florida, 55 and over retirement community, and we have 247 pickleball courts right now, so there's a lot of pickleball being played down here. And most of the time, this channel is about the villages, retirement stuff, that type of thing. But I've also started to get into a few pickleball videos, and they will come out during the week, whereas the villages videos will come out usually on a Sunday. But today we're going to do kind of a follow-up video. A couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, I went up to Pennsylvania and I visited the place where they have the ERNE Pickleball machine. And I did an interview with the designer. So if you haven't seen that and you're interested in buying these, it's a pretty good interview. I was kind of impressed when I went up there. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I really had a good time with Dave and talked to him about how he actually got into this, his love for pickleball and that type of thing, and designing it. He's an engineer that designed 3D printers and all that kind of stuff, but also an interview that I did in addition to that about the balls that go along with this machine. And as I was leaving, he gave me a discount code that you guys can use that will give you some money off. It's right here, Rusty ERNE, one word. And you can use that to get some money off if you decide to buy one. You can put it in at checkout. And it also contributes, I'll say, just a tiny bit to this channel to kind of help me buy some pickleballs and do some traveling, like up to Pennsylvania to do this interview. And camera equipment, microphones, all that kind of stuff costs money. So I really thank you so much for subscribing and liking, because that will get you into the follow-on videos onto this. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to unbox this. It's been sitting in my garage for a little while because I have been very busy and I just couldn't get to it. And I also want to say nothing's in stone yet, but I also realized that if I started using a pickleball machine, my whole goal is to try to get out of this 3.8 funk that I'm in. And just going out and playing games and playing in a few tournaments, that type of stuff, it just wasn't doing it. And I knew I had to do some other things. So I decided to see if I got a pickleball machine, put some effort into it, but also I realized that if I didn't have a coach to show me what I was doing wrong, all I'd be doing with a pickleball machine is repetitively doing the same things that I'm doing wrong, and I'll learn them better. So I have a coach that's in the works. I think you guys could, you'd be impressed by this. And I'm not gonna say anything because it's not in stone, but it'll be a lot of fun, and it may even be a name that you recognize. With all that said, this isn't going to be a really big video. I'm going to unbox it. We're going to see how hard it is to put together, get it started up, get it charging, and download the app, and then see exactly how hard it is to get the app going. Now, because I'm a little crazy, I'm almost afraid to do it, but I may try firing off a pickleball inside here and see what happens. I don't know. I get goofy sometimes. But anyway, let's get started on unboxing this. And like I said, go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to catch the follow-on videos to this. And who knows, you may even learn something from this coach once they jump in. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Now, if you watch the other video, I did get a hat, a shirt, and that type of thing. I don't know whether there's one of those inside here or not, but one thing I will say, it is not a light machine. And this is a good thing, because when you put this down on the ground, you don't want it moving around, because any little fluctuation in where it's sitting will mean that the ball's not coming back to the same place. And I do know that when I tried the unit up in the Roost, which is where they are in Pennsylvania, they have a pickleball court inside. This thing was pretty accurate. It was really repetitive. Now I know if you don't do the keep the wheels clean, and you're using odd-sized balls or out-of-shape balls, you're going to have a problem with it kind of hitting the same place over and over again. All right, so let's see. I know that they're kind of signing new talent on, and so this is just announcing Susie Anderson, I guess, with them, part of the team. And I'll show you this in a second. There are, hopefully I'm not out of screen there. There's some do's and don'ts, and we'll go over those in a few seconds. This is pretty current, I know that. And they've gone through a couple of things, although there's not too many don'ts on there. There's a few do's in there. And there is a thank you note from John, Frank, and Ryan. Actually handwritten, that's pretty cool. Kind of dig that. And there's an ERNE bag. I don't know what I'm going to put in the ERNE bag, but I'm going to put it in there. All right, now I do know that in one of the videos they did, they said, please save the packaging. And the reason for that is in case you have to return it or move it or anything like that, you may want to kind of keep this someplace. So we got the top of this and the invoice. This is the power unit, not much to that. You know, normal power unit kind of looks like one you'd have on your computer, and a bunch of pieces. And let's see, got some screws, and there's this right here, which we'll take a look at this in a second, which is an agitator, and that actually moves the ball around in the hopper so they can go down. This we'll talk about. This is a remote control, although your phone is used to program it because there's only a couple of buttons on the side of it to turn it on and off. Your phone's used to program it and set the different patterns and stuff like that for the ball flight. Yep, there we go. I feel like this is Christmas. Nice. Definitely well packed. And I think I am going to take off the hopper first out of this. And then that allows me to grab a hold of the handle, or just below the handle, and pick it up. That wasn't bad. Kind of nice. All right. Now, so this is a big thing. If you're like one of those people that's really in a hurry, and you definitely want to take note to this right here. It says to remove the foam noodle. Now there's a foam noodle in there. Oh, look at this. They stopped using the noodle. And they put 2 pieces of foam in there. I got it up on the table. It wasn't that hard to get up there. There is a, if you grab a hold of right under here, right under the handle, and I'll show you real quick on that. And you can grab right under here. It's nice and sturdy. So that's an easy way to grab it, and I had absolutely no problem lifting it up. Also, the agitator that's on here, I did see a couple of people put these together, and they actually kind of got this wrong. You want to put this plate down on the area where there's not already a plate there. And you want to make sure that, I'll show you that in a second. But in case you were going to turn off, I wanted to get that right away. I think they're starting to pack this a little different for shipping, because I know when I was talking to Dave, he said the UPS guys are just hideous with these machines. So you're actually going to be able to see when I'm going to pull these out right now. So there's no more noodle in there, as you can see on some of the other ones. This one's hot off the presses, this video. And then there's a couple of foam blocks here. Just kind of push this up, it looks like. Get it out of the way. I don't want to force anything in there too much because And if you want, maybe you want to take a picture of this with your phone in case you have to ship it. You can keep this foam and kind of put it back in the same way. And I'll have this video, so I don't have to do that. Anyway, here's the machine. The machine's free. Make sure there's nothing else in there. There's an Allen wrench in here. Now, they give you a little bag of screws. You may want to hold on to those. And I guess this is in real time, folks. I already have these screws. Go ahead and grab the agitator. I'm going to put this on here. Do that so you can see it. And so you can see there's already a plate here. This is almost like the other half of the plate. And kind of start those out by hand. Then you can take the tall end of this, and flip this around like that. And down it goes. Lift the handle up. And slip this over. It's pretty much together right now. That's it, that's all it took. Now we're at the back of the machine. I just want to turn it on really quick, and I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but we'll give it a shot. Let's go ahead and plug this in. Yeah, hopefully you can see this right here. It's a green light now, and when you plug it in, that is telling you that you are now charging, and it says to charge it overnight or till the battery's fully charged, because that way you're kind of conditioned. The battery, I really don't know. Maybe I'll find out. It's a good question how much of a memory the battery has. But anyway, I'm pretty excited. I wanted to talk about this kind of quick. This is, it's a remote control, but this is a on-off remote control. And it's already got a battery in it. That on-off control, I'll tell you what, it would be good if you're out there by yourself, but also if you're a coach and you're working with somebody that's on this machine, you want to turn around and talk to them for a second and just stop at firing. That's all you really want to do. That's a great thing to have, because you just put it in your pocket, click it, and off it goes. You can start talking to your students. Yeah, that's great. Now, I am going to load up the app on my phone. I'll go inside, we'll check that out. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to see how hard it is to connect this. And maybe we'll even fire a pickleball somewhere around here. Who knows? All right, wait until tomorrow. Hey everybody, here we go. It is magically one day later. Now, I had a chance to recharge this. I plugged this in. And when I did, I plugged it in and it turned red, and that trickle charges. And boy, I went out last night, and I would say within less than an hour, it had already turned to green, but I just left it in and charged it. Now you definitely want to make sure you don't use the charger and turn it on at the same time, because it's not meant for that. Also, something else I kind of discovered which puzzled me as to why there was this extra bag of little hex head bolts, or whatever they are for Allen wrench type thing. When I pulled the agitator out and I mounted it in there, the two bolts that were in there are the same size as the ones that are in the bag, but the ones that are in here, this is my theory, I don't know this for sure, these are for transportation. The reason I say that is when I looked at these bolts that are in here, they also had lock washers. And these little ones have lock washers with them. So for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the ones in the bag, or at least put the lock washers on there, because I want to make sure that this is on here quite stable. That's the first thing. Now, if you download the manual, it will tell you to go ahead, make sure everything's clear in there. do not, while this thing's plugged in or whatever, I mean, I kind of treat it like a loaded gun. You don't want to be sticking your face down in there because who knows when it's going to start spinning. Obviously, it's got no balls in it right now, but I don't want to have any rubber come out and hit me in the face. Just be safe. And turn it on, and I downloaded the app. That's really simple. We kind of all know how to do that. I just went on to the iPhone app and downloaded that. It happened really quick. And I do think that they are going to come out with a update in the app. So I will let you know when that happens. And then I'm going to just turn it on and make sure it looks like things are moving. And then I'm going to probably stupidly fire a couple of pickleballs off inside this garage. We're going to see what happens. Oh my. Here we go, the big moment. I'm going to turn this on and see what happens. And you may be able to see that's moving around already. And I'm going to turn on the app right there. And supposedly, this will, it's searching. And wow, that quick. That's pretty fast, just like advertised. And I'm going to see whether I can control this a little bit. And all I did was turn the frequency and the speed and the spin down. Well, what do you say? Take the car out of the garage and fire a ball or two? I think so. I have no idea why I'm doing this, but it seemed like a fun idea, and I got my faithful, fearful opponent here to get shot at with a pickleball machine. I might as well fire it at something if I'm going to do it here in the garage. And yeah, let's just get started. I have no idea how this is going to, or what's going to happen, but the first one out of the chute is whatever it is, and then we'll try to adjust it down and see how hard it is to actually hit a target with it. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Here we go. I am going to go load up the app and we'll see how long all this actually takes in real time. It's scanning, so I'm going to turn on the machine. And it says if it doesn't connect right away, go ahead and hit the disconnect and it will actually scan for the device. Oh, that was quick. And I've got it loaded with some of these pickleballs. These are some of the ERNE training pickleballs, and I have about half of these are like this and half of the regular ones. And let's go ahead and give this a try. Had to go down and turn on the other. Hopefully I don't hit my camera down there, but here we go. And just hit start and see what happens. It's doing something. Oh, Jesus, that was, holy, oh, oh, stop. Oh my God, that's too much. Oh my God, there's pickleballs all over the neighborhood. Hang on, I gotta go chase them down. I'm gonna give this one more try, and I'm going to set it at the highest angle, and all the speeds and everything are really low right now with some backspin on it, and see what happens. I gave him back his paddle since we blew it right out of his hand with the last one. Anyway, let's give it a try, see what happens with this. Hopefully it's a little bit calmer than the last one. That's a lot better. And there we go. We're going to stop it. So I actually changed the direction just a little bit and knocked him in the head. So you can be pretty precise with this. Now I'm gonna go collect a couple more pickleballs. I'll be right back. And that is about it. That was kind of a fun experience. Like I said, I haven't played around with the settings yet. I have no idea what's going on, but it's definitely got some power to it, and it seems like it's pretty accurate, those changes. So if you kind of want to narrow things down a little bit, I will tell you just a couple of things that I've observed so far. It is sturdy. I mean, it's definitely a sturdy machine. You do not want to drag around the front legs. So when you move it, definitely lift them up because they're meant to take a little bit of the shock absorbing part. There's also a chain down at the bottom that is, I believe, is for anything that has rotating, spinning anything in it tends to build up static electricity, or if there's some kind of electrical current through it, it kind of grounds the whole machine. So that's basically what that's for. I really don't have too much. I don't think this can really, we'll see, because I don't know the settings yet, but it definitely is easy to use. It only took me a few seconds to figure it out. Now some of the pre-programmed things that are in there may be a little bit more difficult, but getting it up, getting it running, and kind of making it do just what you just saw was really easy. I can't think of too much except for right now, we'll see whether there's a setting that you could get right on either side of the no volley zone, so to speak, and go straight back and forth. I have a feeling you may have to pull it back a little bit and drop it in, but it's not going to be able to stay 14 feet away from you. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks a lot for watching. Like I said, if you're thinking about ordering one of these, got a discount code right there. I'll put that in. Thanks a lot for using that because it kind of helps do these videos. And speaking of these videos, I can't say yet, but I'm telling you right now, I got a really good coach coming for this. It's going. Let's put it this way: they get paid for playing pickleball. I don't get paid, so we'll leave it at that until we get the person to come on for sure. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate you. Have a great day, and hopefully we can get some kind of coaching pickleball videos out. Who knows where this is going to lead? That's the cool thing about pickleball. I love it. And in 3 weeks from now, I'm going down to Pictona in Daytona, and that is for a weekend and a singles group, single people, single individuals have rented out half of Pictona down there, and we're going to kind of take the whole place over and play pickleball for the whole weekend, and it should be a lot of fun. Heard there's a lot of fun parties going on with that, and I'll try to report on that one too. So make sure you subscribe, and thank you so much for liking. I will either see you down here at the Villages. Now I can say one more thing. I'm back on YouTube, or I'll see you out on the pickleball courts. Have a great day.